Let's talk about that because I feel like social media is changing human behavior in real life. It's making people's collective attention spans decrease. It's making people insecure. I think it's fueling narcissism. So how do you make it a more mentally healthy environment?
So a couple different things. I think I'll answer the question directly, but then talk about other mediums too. So I think that there's really three types of work I personally think we have to do. The first is to identify acute issues. So things like, if there are, if people who are at risk of self-injury are becoming more at risk, how do we address that? How do we make sure that they can still do what a lot of people who are struggling with self-injury do on social media, which is get support, get help. It's important to talk about your experience. Maybe you're 30 days clean and you want to celebrate that. How do we allow that content on Instagram without content that celebrates self-injury? So, identify acute issues, identify solutions. That work never ends. Keep working there. Then I think we need to identify areas where we can go further, where we can be innovative, where we can define new ways of addressing the issues. Like one of the ones that we've been focused on for about 2 years now is bullying. Mm-hmm. Bullying disproportionately affects young people. When I was a kid, if I was bullied. When I was bullied, I could go home. When I got off the bus, like I was safe.
It was over.
That's not the case anymore.
No way, Jose.
So it's a more important issue now than it was when I was a kid.
Right.
And so then what can we do there? And there we're trying to invent new things. Things like restrict, right? Restrict allows you to block someone without you knowing about it. So
I love restrict. That's my favorite thing to do.
It's my favorite
because
feature.
they're still posting, but they don't know that no one can see it but them. And
yeah. And so that was from our work on bullying. We were talking to teens, and we said, well, why don't you just block them?
Because then they go on other platforms and talk about you everywhere else because they know they're blocked. But when they're restricted, they don't know.
Exactly. Plus, they know that you blocked them, and so that escalates the situation. And it's not like they can't get you somewhere else, maybe at school, maybe on another platform. So what restrict does is it allows you to maintain that plausible deniability. They can comment on your stuff. It looks like they commented, but no one else can see it unless you prove it. Their DMs you can read without sending weird receipts that ends up in that other inbox so that you can go check it out only when you're feeling ready to deal with that kind of thing. And you can still stay up to date on what they're saying about you, which is what they want to do, which is what at least we heard from kids that they want to do. Now, it turned out to be really helpful for creators and public figures too, so I use it all the time. So try to find areas where you can go out and be creative. But then the third area is, back to your question, is what are the core things about how Instagram works or social media works that we need to rethink? Like that's why we experimented with and made it so that people could pick to have like counts be private, for instance. Are there core things that we need to rethink because they are creating too much bad or too many problems and not enough good?
How do you make social media safe? What up, you guys? Wolf Sage. Welcome to Deydrm, where Deydrm, they drip, and when they drip, they create. It's all a process, you guys. Welcome back. Thank you guys for tuning in for another video. Please like, subscribe, comment, do all that crazy stuff. It really helps me. It really helps the algorithm. It helps the page grow, and that's what we're all here to do. So, how do we make social media more safe? Safer for kids, safer for adults, safer for elderlies, cats, dogs, all that jumble. We need to figure out, how do you make social media safe? And looking at this clip, there's a lot of things that can do, like just protecting, making sure that, things that us as individuals want to see, that we can see, because I think that's what a lot of people don't understand. Social media is only 10 years old, really. It's only 10 years old. It's a child. It's a baby. It's a badass kid. And I think as time goes on, it's going to grow and evolve, and we'll be able to actually add some substance and some structure that can be able to make it safer for everyone and funner for everyone. I know everyone has a problem with kids, going online and seeing this, saying that. Parents don't want to see kids see this. Parents don't want kids to see that. A lot of it's, because things are inappropriate or gross or just evil. Some other times it's just because of racism and prejudice, and you don't like this stuff, so you don't want to see it. You think it shouldn't be online, which is crazy because you'll never see everything online. This world is too big, so if you really hate something, I'm pretty sure there's a way for you not to see it at all, maybe some filters, whatnot. But I guess we'll just have to see, though. When it comes to social media, I think having, kids being restricted to certain things, and as kids, I mean, I think 14 and under, 15 and under, I think they should, it should be we want kids to be experienced. We want kids to learn things. And that's the thing about me. You know, I learned a lot of stuff. I learned so much stuff growing up. It's just like, I think it's probably a lot of stuff that I should probably not have known. Like I really should not have known, you know, about sex, about drugs, about, you know, all these other little things that were adultish. But I think seeing all those stuff made me understand that I need to, seeing those mistakes or seeing the consequences of all those things kind of help shape me into seeing like, okay, what I need to do is this and what I can't do is this. You know, there are priorities, there are boundaries, and there's, you know, just things you don't cross, you know? You know, and I think the internet kind of showed me, like, especially with World Star coming out, and I saw, like, you know, you guys know World Star, you know, they got all the crazy videos. You'll see people beating each other up. You'll see people twerking, cheating on each other, all these crazy, you know, things, you know, homeless people or Karens going crazy. It's just seeing all that stuff. It can be dangerous for certain kids, but I think we need to, you know, give them more. I think we need to give kids more access and just, you know, teach kids more that, yes, these things are out there, because that's what my parents did. They said, hey, you keep on going online and looking at this, looking at that, and searching on this, you're going to come in on something that ain't good. You guys are going to get either, whether it's not a virus and it's just you see something that you can't look at again, you know, shit like that's just a thing. And I want kids to be able to have access to the internet and to be able to explore and learn and figure out what they want to do. But yeah, we need to protect the ones that it's just certain things kids shouldn't see, and we don't want them to, you know, a lot of people are, I don't want to say slow, but they're very predictable, and they're very just stupid. It's just a lot of people, they can be influenced by things, and sadly, yeah, I got to agree. There has to be some restraint. I think whether it's the FCC putting some restraints in, or these actual companies being able to say, hey, we don't want this to be shown or that to be shown. I think we need to get to a point, back to what I was saying it before, where, you know, we need to get to a point where this technology is so evolved that, you know, we don't, it has all those filters. Like a parent could be able to set up their kid's Instagram to be able to be like, hey, you're only going to see things that pertains to children, only things that pertains to things that you're interested in. And if the things you're interested in can be a little inappropriate or adultish, they can at least filter through all those stuff, you know? And I know it's early, but the technology is there. The technology is possible, you guys. So, you know, I definitely agree with Mosseri when he says, you know, we need to have all these things set in place, and that it's still a long road. Like, I want us to be able to be where social media and bullying and all this cyberbullying and all this stuff, that's just a thing of the past. So that's something that we can be able to, you know, cut out, to be able to block people, to be able to restrict people from seeing stuff or talking about us. That's all needed when it comes to this stuff. It's all needed to make a better and safer world, you guys. But yeah, that's all I got to say for this clip. You know, thank you guys for watching. You know, it's your boy Wolf Sage. Please like, subscribe, comment. Tell me what you guys think. What are some of the things that we can do to make social media better for all of us, so we can be able to all enjoy ourselves and be able to see all the, you know, X-rated stuff, or, you know, the stuff that, you know, people just are very sensitive about for no reason. I don't know why people are still going over a cartoon character like Pepe Le Pew. Like, yeah, he's an old character. During that time, it made sense. No one's trying to bring that character back at all, you know. Well, some of y'all are. But yeah, that's it. You know, it's Wolf Sage. Welcome to Deydrm, where Deydrp, and when they drip, they create. It's all the process, you guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.